Of your weekly program, Games and Names. Our sport today is tennis, and our guest is Hana Mortagy, the African champion. So if you want to know more about her, stay with us. Can you please introduce yourself?
My name is Hana Mortagy, and I'm 14 years old. I'll be 15 in 3 months, and I started playing tennis when I was 4.
Why did you choose to play tennis in the first place?
Because I saw my brothers playing, and they persuaded me more to play the game, and I loved it since I was young, so why not play?
Did you practice any other sports when you were young?
Football, but not much. I didn't play it much.
And what is the thing you like the most about tennis?
The enthusiasm, the power, the matches, traveling, friends, everything.
Can you explain the rules of the game, and how can you score points? And
You have to score points if, like, with the winner or with the unforced error. Unforced error means like when the player puts the ball out, and the scoring is 15 love when you win 1 point, 30 love when you win the second one. If the other opponent wins 1 point, then it would be 30-15 because they won another point, and you have to finish the game. Like if you're 40 love and you take 1 point, then the game is finished.
You do not know me, but I know you very well. Now let me tell you that I can't. You do not know me, but I know you very well. Now let me tell you that I can't.
can you tell me about the most important championships that you have participated in and outside Egypt?
I participated in the first tournament of my life. It was in Egypt. I was 7 years old, and I went to the finals, but I lost. And I had the African Championship. It was in Egypt also. I won the warm-up of it, and first warm-up and first African Championship doubles. And then I had the World Cup qualifications. We won it, we took first place, so we entered the World Cup. And we took 9th place on the world. And I also went to Mexico. It's a Grand Slam. I won the first round, which is good because I'm still 14. And I went to another tournament, grade 1. I also won first round. And that's it. And yeah, I won 2 tournaments in Qatar and Dubai. I took first place and first place. And that's it.
Okay, tell me, how did you join the national team?
I joined with my rank because they saw me playing and my rank was good, so they had to choose me to enter the Egypt's team.
Okay, and normally, how does a player join the national team, and for how long he stays in the national team?
For how long? Like as much as he plays well, he's gonna stay. When he gets bad, he's gonna go out of the team. And how you join, you have to be very good. Your attitude has to be good, and you have to have time for tennis because you travel a lot.
When was the turning point in your life when you decided that you are playing tennis professionally, not just for fun?
Last year. Last year I took the step because I was always playing in Egypt. So then I took the step to play out of Egypt, and I did well. And my ranking now is good. It's getting better even. Like I just took it last year.
Okay, and what are the differences that you see between playing in and outside Egypt, playing with Egyptian players and with foreign players?
Playing with Egyptian players, you play them a lot, so you know how they play. And the other players, they're certainly better in every way because they have better training, better facilities, better equipment, better coaches, better everything. So unfortunately, they're better than Egyptian players. So it's gonna be like a harder competition, you know.
And what are the special requirements that should be there in the person who wants to play tennis professionally? Are there any physical requirements, for example?
Physical, I think like the physical, if you just put it in your mind, you could just run weights, you know, it's not difficult. But then of course outside, they know more stuff. Like the coaches there are more professional, they study more than Egyptians, they're better, you know. So it's different. You're talking about Europe and Africa, so there's a big difference.
Okay. Tell me about your training schedule. How many times do you train per week? And is there any difference between training in the normal days and before a championship?
Yeah, there's difference. The normal days I train more, and I don't train like rallies. I train baskets. There's a difference because rallies you keep rallying the point a lot, but then like if I don't have matches, I just do baskets and more balls to play. But if I have matches, I train only 3 hours, 2 hours a day, and I don't rest. Like from Sunday to Saturday, no rest.
And how do you manage between these trainings and studying?
I don't manage. I can't manage. It's difficult. It's really difficult.
Difficult?
Yeah, and I have problems, of course, in my school, but I'm trying to solve it.
Tell me about the most common injuries that a tennis player can face.
Everything. They could face everything because they run on clay, they run on hard, on carpet, on grass, so they could face everything.
Uh, what are the most common injuries?
Tennis elbow is the most common injury.
Mhm.